Hello and welcome to another quick review from Littleton Railway. So today I'm looking at my old pug and slightly annoyed because I was planning on doing a video and then Sam's Trains went and done one as well anyway. But whatever, I'll go ahead and do my own because it's always useful to check out what other people say and get more than one opinion before deciding whether or not to buy something. So this one is not the same as the one in Sam's Trains. It's an older model, it has the older pickups, which he did a review of some years ago as well. And I'm just going to give my thoughts on the locomotive in a short, easy to follow video. So, price. This was £30 to £40. You can pick them up on eBay now, £40 to £70. As with most other trains, as time goes on, the second-hand models are starting to become more and more expensive, although they are still a much more affordable option to buying them new, because brand new, the latest model from Hornby costs 70 to 85 quid. So let's have a look. One thing that I'm going to look at is fragility, how fragile it is, and my experiences with handling the locos. I typically don't buy or like to buy very detailed models because I'm quite clumsy. When I'm working on the layout, I'll put something to one place, forget that it's there, and then say when I go to pick up a tool or something, I'll end up knocking a model over. And so how fragile is this? Its main weak spot is the funnel. This is obviously quite long and thin, so anything pressed against there has a bit of leverage. And you can probably see glue marks there at the base because this has in fact been broken off before. It was broken off by my darling oldest son, but it was easy to repair, a little bit of glue, so it is slightly spoiled because of course you do have the glue mark on there, but easily fixed at the same time. So sometimes I don't mind something being fragile if it's easily repaired. What else? So there's a small whistle at the front of the cab that can come off and become lost. Elsewise, it's quite robust. The handrails have never come off. The cab is all in one piece. The lamp brackets are moulded on the back there. I think Sam referred to them as steps. I think they're for putting lamps on. I could be wrong. Those are quite chunky. They're there, which is great that they're there. So I like it when detail is there, but it's chunky, so that hasn't broken. Very hard to snap. It comes with crew of one person. Who you can fit, and I did have him in there previously, so he quite happily stands in there pointing out the window. You also get lamps that you can add on as well. The only problem I've had is that the lamp that I fitted fell off, and now I've got a glue mark there, so I need to cover that up with another lamp. Cab interior doesn't exist because the motor's inside the cab. And one thing that I will be doing is installing a digital chip and stay alive, because this is a horrible runner. So Sam's Train said his ran very poorly, and that's the same experience here. I had a slightly strange issue with mine, so although I stripped it down and cleaned it out, it would not pick up from one of the wheels. I can't figure out why, and that poses a huge problem with points. If it's facing one way and goes across the points, it's okay. If it faces the other, because it's only picking up from one wheel, as soon as the live wheel touches the frog, it stops. Done. unless of course you're going quite fast. So I will DCC this, and I will fit it with a stay alive to make sure that it can run properly, which is fine because I'm gonna basically do that with all my trains anyway. But if you're not going digital on your layout, then running will be an issue. Even when it does. So I did have a go. I got it to pick up slightly from that fourth wheel, and even then it's still a bit sketch. So bear that in mind. So let's see. So I'll put it down on track and we'll have a little run around with it so you can see. So here it comes, so you can see it running. No, it doesn't. It stopped already. There we go. So you can see it's going quite jittery. There we go. Poke it again. Obviously, as a shunting loco, the fact that it doesn't run is at slow speeds, it really suffers with its dead points at low speeds, and so that is an issue. So it's basically not fit for purpose in that sense. This track is secondhand old track, so it's worth testing it on here. I've also got shiny new Pico track up on the other layout, so I'll try it up on there, see if it runs any better. But for ordinary track that's not rigorously maintained and whatnot, and I do clean this now and again, you can see that it really struggles somewhat to go around, and I think the biggest, yeah, there we go, demonstrated again. So I'm just trying to change direction, and this is when it tends to encounter the most problems. It's just getting started. Once it's going up to speed, those dead points don't really make too much of a difference. There we go, it made it over the points on that occasion, yeah, and it's met that dead spot. Fantastic. Okay, let's put it up on the best track. So here it is. Let's run it up and down a few times and see how it goes. So this is also using a different Hornby controller. This is using a more modern controller that doesn't have like the connectors for accessories and stuff. But right, let's turn the power up, and nothing. So as I said, it does tend to struggle when you get going. There we go. So it's getting a better. It's picking up at a lower voltage, but let's see if we can actually get it. No. There we go. It's off. Let's see. Will it start on its own? Nope. Come on. Oh, that's crazy. It's running even worse. I don't know whether it's down to the controller or the track, but yeah, you can see it just doesn't want to go. So yeah, I really wouldn't recommend this unless you were going to cram a stay alive and a chip inside the cab. But that's it. That's my my 5-minute review. I mean, other than that, I really love this little pug, and no one else does it. But if you want it, you're gonna have to make changes to it, I reckon, in order to be happy with the way it runs.